Hi, I'm Coach Gramps, and you're at Glenville Health and Fitness, and this is the old man and the gym. Today I'll take you on a little tour of our facility real quick, kind of take you from the weight room into the yoga room so you can kind of see the facility real quick. Then we're going to talk about heart rate and exercise and how it works together. What we want to do is we want to make sure that you don't overexert yourself. There's no reason to do that. So we'll talk about how we can stay away from that, and where you're going to feel, how you're going to feel, that type of thing. So let's get started. Come on, I'll take you on a tour. Now, right now, on a tour. Hi, I'm Coach Gramps, and this is Glenville Health and Fitness. We're in the yoga room today. This is the old man and the gym. Today we're going to talk about heart rate and exercise, and we're kind of going to define exactly what that is for you. If you're going to start out, what we want to do is a light exercise, work our way into moderate exercise, and then work into a vigorous or intense exercise. Depends on where you want to go. If you're going to just try to lose a little weight, you want to create a deficit of calories, so you want to work more, burn more calories than you actually take in, and we start losing weight. We'll work with a little bit of nutrition to get rid of some of that. What else do we want to do? We want to work so that we're going to do a mud run. We got a lot of work to do there. That's a lot of vigorous and intense work. We can do that. We just want to get in shape. We want to be better in shape. We want to last longer doing things that we like to do. So therefore we want to work out and get a little bit stronger. Get our heart stronger. Okay, so if we have diabetes, or we have a risk factor, or we're 45 years old if we're a man, or 55 if we're a woman, we're just going to talk with the doc real quick to just say, hey, I'm thinking about getting into some exercise. What do you think? That way you and your doctor can come up with a plan, or say, yes, it sounds like a great idea, let's get you started. Good. So the idea is you want to do 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week. This is what the guidelines will say. 75 minutes of vigorous exercise or intense exercise. That's per week. We want to strength train twice a week. I mean, anytime that you can strength train more than that, that's great. I mean, you're going to build your strength. If you can do more than 150 minutes of moderate exercise, it's good. All of that is good. At least these are the guidelines for you to follow, us to follow, whatever. Working with free weights, machines, body weight, that's the kind of strength training we're doing, and we'll go from there. So, with that, let's talk about perceived exertion and where it goes from there and what it means. So let's talk a little bit about perceived exertion. Perceived exertion is how you feel, and as you're starting to work out or as you're working out, you'll be able to kind of tell where your level is. And it's kind of nice. This is a nice little chart that was given to us by our Silver Sneakers people. They gave this to us for the classes that we have. For some of the people that come to the classes, they want to know where they are and where they're working at. We definitely like that older people not to be at these yellow and red levels. To stay right in here, that's going to be great for them. So, the green levels, great as you're first starting out. You want to get used to the movement, getting used to all of that. The next level this moderate intensity level. That's really where we want to work. That's where your breathing starts to get a little bit more, used to, oh, I'm really starting to work out here. It quickens, but you're not out of breath. And then you're going to maybe get a little bit of a sweat, just start to glisten just a little bit. And then you're going to be able to talk while you're still doing these exercises in this level, but you can't sing. You really can't sing. And you don't want to hear me sing, so it works out really good. So then we're going to move on into this next level, which is 7 and 8. This is where it gets more intense. It's very vigorous. Now here, your breathing is going to really get deep, and it's going to be rapid because you're really starting to work hard. You're going to definitely develop a sweat. You're going to be sweating real good. Probably within 5 minutes you'll be sweating pretty good once you're at this level. So if you're thinking about singing there, you can't. And talking is very hard also, because now as you're going along, you're trying to catch your breath. It's not that it's a bad level, and it's okay to work at that level, and that's where this is. So this is what they call 4 to 8. This is where we want to be. Typically, I'm thinking we want to be more around 5 to 8, maybe 6 to 8. It would really be where we want to have our target heart rate zone to be. So 5 to 8, 8.5 maybe. That would really be good for everybody to really push into that. So how does that kind of correlate? Well, I'm going to cover that in the heart rate next. So we should go do that. We'll do that next. Or we'll do it right now. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to calculate our target heart rate zone. So that way you know when you're working out what your zone should be. You want to work in this area all the time to get the max benefit from working out on cardio equipment. Okay, so with that, let's start with where we go. We're going to start with 220. This number comes from a baby's heart rate. The baby's heart rate is something that was done back in the 60s as a study, so they wanted to find out what your max heart rate would be. So in a nutshell, from the 60s, what we're saying is it's 220 minus your age. Now, I'm an old man, so I'm 56. I've been told that I'm not an old man, that I'm just a pup yet. Okay, so depends on how you look at it. Some people who are my age, we think we're old. And if you talk to kids who are 19 to 22, they really think we're old. Anyway, so right now we're looking at 164. This is my max heart rate. Okay? Great. What a great job I did so far. So what's my resting heart rate? That's going to play a part of this. So we want to know what it is when you first get out of bed in the morning and how you're going to find that out. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that. If you're just chilling watching TV, you're probably at your resting heart rate too. Typical adults are somewhere between 60 and 100 beats per minute. So you're going to find your one vein right here. There it is. And you can feel the pulse. So what we want to do is we want to take that pulse for 15 seconds. So, pulse, 15 seconds. So we're going to find out what it is. Then we're going to multiply that, whatever that was, times 4, and that's going to equal your resting heart rate. So, that's how you find resting heart rate. Get rid of that. My resting heart rate just happens to be 64. I know. How wonderful, right? Well, it makes it easy for the calculations that I'm going to do for the rest of us. So, now to find out what my heart rate reserve is. You need a heart rate reserve? Yes, apparently we do. So, for the heart rate reserve, we're going to subtract my resting heart rate from my max. 100. How nice. That's just what it is. It doesn't make any difference. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to take a percentage of this. Like I was talking, we want to work between 60 and 85% or 80%. We're going to do 65%. So we're going to take 100, and we're going to multiply it by 65%, 0.65, 65. Now, we're going to take the same thing, 100 times 85%, 0.85, that equals 85. I know, it's just the way it worked out for me. So, you can't have a work zone between 65 and 85. That doesn't make any sense. You're not even working at 85. Right. So, what we want to do is we want to take the lower, 65, take our resting heart rate, 64, put that in there. Now I've got a 129. That's my lower part of my zone. So my target heart rate low is 129. Obviously, we're going to take the 85 plus the 64. I got 149. There's the top part of my zone. So I have a target heart rate zone of 129 to 149. So that's easy enough to calculate. Anybody can do it now. Simple. Again, I go back to perceived. If I'm working and I'm running and I'm doing whatever I'm doing and I'm really sweating, I know I got to be up here close to this. I got to be. Because if I'm down here by this, I've just broke a light sweat. I'm easy, it's easy to talk, whatever. So, now you've got it all in a heart, whatever it is, here it all is. So, you can do it for yourself now, figure it all out. If you need help with it, obviously just let me know, I'll help you out with it, go through it again. Let's take a look at a couple of machines, and that way you can see what to grab a hold of and where it's going to show up. So let's do that now. We should do that now. That's something we should do. So here we are back at the Precor. These two here is going to tell you or let you grab a hold of, and that'll measure your heart rate, which will show up right up here. So I'll jump on it real quick and give you a quick heart rate, and we'll go from there. Hope you can see that right there. So there you have it. That's our heart rate in a nutshell. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Stop. Stop. Stop.